So as you can tell from the title of this, I'm going to be doing another live pregnancy test, but for this video, I'm actually going to be doing a progression. So today is 10 DPO, just like my last video. And if this comes out negative, I'm going to test and film every day until either I start my next cycle or I get a positive test. So if I sound like I'm trying to be quiet, it's because I am. My husband is in the living room. He's actually watching a football game, so he is oblivious to the fact that I'm even in here. And if you hear him yelling at the TV, I apologize. But again, I want to surprise him some way. So I don't want him to know that I'm testing, because then he's gonna ask if it's positive or not. And if it is positive, I don't want him to know. I also have Nancy in here with me. Let me see if I can show her to you. Nancy. Because she has to be everywhere I am at all times. So if you hear her, I'm sorry. So before I test, I kind of wanted to go over this month's cycle, when I ovulated, and what I did differently. So the first thing that I'll go over is my chart. Okay, so here is my charting for cycle 3. As you can tell, I got my positive on cycle day 14 at 4 p.m. That's actually 1 day earlier than any other month that I've tested. And also, if you watched my how I track my ovulation video, you would know that I have very short luteal phases. So the luteal phase is the time from ovulation until you start your next period. That should typically be about 14 days or 2 weeks, but mine was 9 or 10 days, which is very short, and that could be a reason why I haven't gotten pregnant or could prevent me from getting pregnant. It just means that my body doesn't have enough time to increase the progesterone to I guess really keep the pregnancy. My body, I guess, doesn't have time to hold on to it, if that makes sense at all. So my last cycle, I actually had a 12-day luteal phase, which is better, and that is considered normal. I think 12 to 14 is normal, but I really wanted to make sure that my body had enough progesterone to really keep a pregnancy if I were to end up getting pregnant. So I ordered these supplements online. These are the Conception. Sorry, my husband's yelling at the TV. So I ordered these supplements on Amazon. They are the EU Natural, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Conception supplements. And they contain Vitex in them. So Vitex is good for increasing your progesterone in order to sustain a better pregnancy. If you look these up on Amazon, there's almost 10,000 reviews, and tons of them say that they helped women who couldn't get pregnant for years get pregnant the first month that they were taking them. Or a couple months into taking them. There are some reviews saying that people had miscarriages. If you read the instructions, it does say that they recommend that you take these throughout the first trimester. That way you're not coming off of them and your progesterone is dropping, because these are increasing your progesterone, so when you quit taking them, your progesterone may drop. And I also had a close friend that took these. She didn't have any fertility issues. She just looked up the best prenatal to take. She found these on Amazon. Her and her husband started trying. They got pregnant the first month. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if it was due to these supplements, but I thought that I would give them a try, especially since my luteal phase was shorter than what it should be. So all of that is to say, I am due to start my period technically in about 2 days. I'm 10 days DPO now, so 12 DPO is when I normally start. I'm hoping that if I'm not pregnant this month, I at least don't start until the 14th, because that would mean that these supplements are extending my luteal phase, which is good for any future pregnancies. So now that I'm done rambling, let's go ahead and take a pregnancy test. I just picked these up yesterday. These are the first response early results. Okay, so I have my first morning urine here, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip this in. Okay, so I have that upside down right now. While we're waiting, a little recap. This is our third cycle tracking our ovulation. It is our fourth cycle trying, but our fourth cycle we just used the apps and realized that it was very wrong for my ovulation. So we switched to the ovulation strips. I'm not gonna lie, this is just gonna be a little emotional rant while we're waiting, but I'm kind of numb to the negative tests. I'm really trying not to get emotional. I guess I just don't expect a positive ever. I don't know what that would feel like. I don't even know how to imagine a positive. And I know that we're only 3 cycles in. I know I say this every time. Okay, so I had to stop recording for a minute because my husband started listening to me and trying to wonder why I was talking to myself. I don't even know what I was saying. Basically, I'm not expecting a positive, and I know it's only technically 3 months into trying. That's still really early, and I know that there are people that have been trying for years, and I totally get that. So I'm not trying to say that my story is hard, because really it's not yet. But I guess I've just always seen negative tests. I've never seen a positive. So I don't expect it to be positive. And I was talking to some girls in this Facebook group that I'm a part of. That's a TTC Facebook group. And I think I commented in there, like, I just want to know what it would feel like to get a positive. I guess that's my only thing right now, is that I want to know what I'll feel like when I get a positive. And I know that when I get it, it's going to be great. But I guess I'm just so numb because I've gotten negative after negative after negative that I know what I'm going to feel like when it's negative, and I'm just trying to shelter myself from that and not really care, I guess is the best way to say it. And again, if you've been trying for a lot longer than me, I'm sure you feel a lot worse, and I really, like, I'm sorry, because we've only been trying for 3 months and it already sucks, because I guess I just want to know, like, if something is wrong. And I know that, again, it takes healthy couples 6 months to a year to get pregnant, so there could be nothing wrong, but at the same time, like, what if something is wrong and we're just wasting all this time? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I just want a baby so bad. I'm just so ready. I've been ready for years, but we, wanted to wait until I graduated nursing school. So that want for a baby has been, a lot longer than since we've been trying. But anyways, it's been past the time to look. So I'm gonna go ahead and look. It's a negative. I don't know if you can see. Sorry, there's a glare. But yeah, it is very negative, but I'm only 10 DPO, so I'm just going to try again tomorrow at 11 DPO and see what I get. Hi guys, good morning. It is Sunday and I am 11 DPO today. Change of scenery. We are in my kitchen for a few different reasons. One, the lighting in here is better because it's more natural light. And two, my husband is sleeping in our bedroom and our guest bedroom, the walls connect. And I don't want him to hear me because like I said, I'm wanting to surprise him if this is positive. So a few different things I wanted to talk about. After I took my test yesterday, it was negative, but I started having some light cramping, more of like a tightness, kind of pulling feeling in my lower abdomen, which I know can go either way. It can be either implantation or pregnancy, and it can also mean that your period is about to start. So I kind of watched that for a little bit and it was on and off yesterday. And then, sorry, my dogs are in here. And this morning I actually was kind of waking up and stretched out, and when I stretched out I felt that tightness, and I actually thought that I was starting my period because of the tightness. And then I felt like discharge. This is TMI, I'm sorry. Fair warning. But I actually went straight to the bathroom knowing that I started my period and there was nothing. I actually have also had an increase in cervical mucus. So that the past 2 days have been a very like a creamy white, which again I googled it and that could go both ways. It could mean pregnancy. It could also mean that you're just not in a fertile window, which could also mean you're about to start your period. So both of those things have been different since yesterday, and both of those things could either mean I'm pregnant or that my period is about to start. And this is just me trying to get my hopes up, but I will say that I don't typically cramp until after I start my period. I do typically have like a lower back pain when I'm about to start, but I don't typically cramp until I start, and then I cramp. According to all of my previous cycles of charting, I am due to start my period tomorrow, which is 12 DPO. Again, I'm hoping that if I'm not pregnant that I don't start until 14 DPO, which would mean that my luteal phase is extending, which I would contribute that to the prenatals that I am taking with the Vitex. I also have a stain on my shirt that I just noticed. Either way, let's go ahead and test. It's 11 DPO. It still could be super early. I'm not really getting my hopes up. And if the mild cramping is implantation, it could still be a couple more days until I get a positive, because I think it's like 36 hours from that until you get a positive. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna quit rambling and I'm gonna go ahead and test. Okay, so that is working. I don't really have anything else to say, so I will just wait until time to check. Okay, so it's been over 3 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it, and I'm fully expecting it to be negative. Yeah, it's 100% negative. Let me see. Yeah, so it's 100% negative. All right, so we will try again tomorrow and see what it is like on 12 DPO. Again, it still could be early, but I really am thinking I'm out this month, and I will probably start my period tomorrow if I'm guessing. But I will see you guys tomorrow.